It's a fitting image for a climate change conference. The facade of the convention centre resembles Qatar's native sidra tree. This place is certainly proud of its green credentials, from energy-efficient lighting to recycling booths on every corner. Qatar's trying to show people here it means business.
But this building can only go so far in convincing people of its environmental credentials. Whilst the overall impact on climate change may be small, after all, it's a tiny country with a very small population. When you look at what each and every Qatari consumes, it's a very different picture.
In 2008, carbon consumption in Qatar stood at nearly 50 metric tonnes a person. That was more than twice the amount of energy consumed by each person in the US. And it was nearly 9 times that of the average person living in China. But there's hope.
What is important is not where you are in terms of emission, but where you're planning to be. This is what they need to prove, that they are ready to change. I don't think they can fool the world easily. We, civil society, know what is a greenwash and what is not, and we're waiting for it. Qatar has to prove to the world that they're letting go of their fossil fuel intense economy and going to a low carbon economy and joining the fight against climate change globally.
This week, Qatar announced plans to spend as much as $20 billion on a solar project that will ultimately provide up to 16% of the country's energy needs. But in a country which uses its fossil fuels to allow people cheap petrol and water and electricity subsidies, is the government really ready to make this change?
It is a very big problem, and we're addressing it. We have national initiatives that are currently designed to conserve 30% of water, 30% electricity. On the fuel side, we're developing public transportation, irrespective of what drives our economy. I think there's a shared goal by everyone, is that their time is there to act, and in fact we're a bit late, according to recent reports.
But this conference did mark a turning point. It's the first time that a country from the Middle East has hosted a climate change event at this level, and that sends out a good signal to the international community.
I think it's fair to say that this region, historically in the climate change negotiations, has been anything but a leader. And I think this is an opportunity, this meeting, to try and change that and to put it on a track that it's playing a more responsible and, I would say, smart role in forging a way forward.
Hosting the talks is a way for Qatar to make a mark on a globally important issue, and it could also go a long way in improving the tiny Gulf state's environmental image. Qatar has big influence and vast wealth, but it needs to use both wisely to be able to create a legacy beyond these talks.